What's up, you guys? This is Fang/VA here, coming at you with a new Sonic Tuesdays video. And in today's video, we're going to do a bit of a discussion/lore video. And it's going to be about one of my favorite subjects. This one is all going to be about the Chaos Emeralds. So, if you're new here, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and definitely hit that bell. Well, definitely make sure to hit that bell button to get all my videos in your subscription McBobber McThingy. Yes, I do indeed make up my own words and videos, and yes, I know that I'm a goofball. So, now obviously we all know with the Chaos Emeralds, they have a lot of interesting things you can do with them. Obviously, in the past, we've seen Eggman use all 7 of them to power up machines. We've seen other, you know, other people use them to either become a super form or, a creation using them to literally crash the space colony Ark into Earth, or in Chaos's case, literally use all 7 of them to literally transform into quite literally a water dragon. And I'm not talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh monster. And obviously, along with the Chaos Emeralds, they do have special abilities that you can do with them. Obviously, now, of course, some of these might just be shadow only ones, because as far as we know, he's the only one that can use these. But obviously there's Chaos Spear, Chaos Blast, and of course there's Chaos Control, and then there's some other Chaos abilities too that Shadow can do. And obviously Chaos Control can be used by Sonic and Silver, although in recent years they haven't had them use it. So, but I will probably blame that on the old writers that wrote the Sonic games, from Sonic Colors to Forces, that they weren't big Sonic fans, so they probably didn't know that. And if they did know that, then well, that was kind of, yeah. Anyways, this isn't going to become a typical meta-era Sonic rant. But the one thing that Sonic Superstars introduced was the fact that each one that you get grants you a certain ability. And in a lot of ways, I think this counts as Sonic's and his friends' version of Chaos abilities. Now, obviously, one ability, is only able to be used by a certain emerald. So, really, this theory is definitely a theory. There's some fact, but there's also a lot of things I'm going to have to, put it in the gray area section until they want to explain more. But what if, going along with the whole Chaos Emerald thing, what if Shadow's abilities, minus Chaos Control, comes from the negative energy of the emeralds, which would explain why a lot of the moves that he uses are a lot more destructive, and maybe the ones in Sonic Superstars is the positive energy, while with some of the moves I'm seeing here, could be also using a bit of the negative energy as well. So like the first emerald you get is the blue emerald, which it produces clones to attack enemies all at once. To me, that is 100% a negative energy ability. Red emerald, bullet, shoots the player in a direction midair. To me, that's more of a positive energy ability. The cyan emerald gives you water, allows players to travel more easily in water. That's also a positive energy move. Ivy, the green emerald gives you ivy, grows vines that can reach high areas. Again, positive energy. The purple emerald vision reveals hidden platforms and items. That one is a bit. I would probably put that in the positive energy and maybe a little bit in the negative energy because since they're going to be able to look through walls and all that, you know, that can, if the wrong person gets a hold of the emerald and uses that ability, well, they can, that can cause some harm. So for that one, I would probably have to put a question mark on it. Yellow emerald slows down everything on screen for a better reaction. Positive energy, white emerald extra, allows an extra move depending on the character. Now, obviously, right, a lot of these abilities are for gameplay reasons. But for lore-wise, this is huge. Obviously, it makes sense that each Chaos Emerald would have a certain ability attached to it. I mean, we've seen people use the emeralds for a lot of different things. So why not give each emerald its own ability? I mean, the Chaos Emeralds and how they work is still one of the most fascinating parts of the Sonic mythos. And the fact that they have been exploring more into the lore, first with Frontiers and now with Superstars, I think is great. Now, obviously, I don't know how I feel about Frontiers handling the Chaos Emeralds the way they did, to where basically it comes from a alien race. But honestly, too, considering the fact that the alien race clearly, oh my god, I can't even say that word right, has ties to Chaos and the Chao, because they look very similar. Obviously, there's reasons why for that. There's a reason why they showed us that in Frontiers. But for the abilities in Sonic Superstars, I do think that those abilities are indeed Chaos abilities, or at least similar to Chaos abilities. Think about it. If the emeralds can literally let people do Chaos Control. Now, obviously, with Shadow, he doesn't need to have a Chaos Emerald on him to use Chaos Spear or Chaos Blast. But that means inside his blood, there is something there that ties back to the emeralds themselves. Just a theory. I could be wrong. But I've always wondered why Shadow has all these unique abilities, while Sonic, while being the main character, of course, he has Sonic Wind, he has Light Speed, Attack, Spin Dash, although every Sonic character pretty much can use Spin Dash. I'm sure Dr. Eggman could use Spin Dash if he wanted to. But it does make me wonder, though, if Gerald used some other DNA other than Black Doom's. Yes, Black Doom is able to use Chaos Control, and maybe that also hints at the Chaos Emerald's alien origins. But again, there's still not a lot of concrete evidence, because I feel like with the Chaos Emeralds, they're not going to fully give away on how they work, much like how they're not going to fully give away why Shadow is able to use certain abilities. Yes, it's probably because of Black Doom's blood, but we still don't know the context of that the context of that, why they're able to use Chaos Control without using a Emerald, and why Shadow has these extra abilities. But for Sonic Superstars, Emerald's powers. Like I said, I do think they are using some parts of the Emerald's positive or negative energies, which ties back to Sonic Adventure. And maybe that's why in Sonic Adventure, Tails knew that Perfect Chaos was using the negative power of the Emeralds. It is a possibility. And maybe this also explains why, why Supersonic can do certain things and why Hypersonic can do certain things, like that Avatar ability. That's almost like a base form version of Hypersonic's attack that he does when you double jump twice with him in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That's what it reminds me of. Now keep in mind, I'm going based off knowledge that we already know. And even then, this theory does have holes in it. But I do think that those power-ups in Sonic Superstars are important for the lore. Why would they, introduce that so willy-nilly? Obviously, yes, it's for gameplay, but there's probably also a lore reason. Now, obviously, I still need to play through more of Sonic Superstars. I've just been more focused on other things lately. But I do plan on eventually playing it, and who knows, I may just play it on stream. Because at this point, the hype for the game has kind of died down. So really, I can probably stream it. And it's also kind of weird too that I didn't play it day one, because I did actually pre-order it for the PS5. My copy still isn't here yet for some reason. But I digress. But yeah, pretty much conclusion. I do think that I could be onto something about this. Let me know what you all think, if you agree or disagree with my theory or not. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.